Hello everyone, it's Dennie Heye here for the SLA Euro podcast. Today we have a very special guest. It's Leslie Reynolds who's running for president-elect. Welcome, Leslie.
Thank you, Denny. I'm excited to be here.
So Leslie, could you, for those who don't know you, which have been living under a rock or something, could you introduce yourself briefly?
Sure. My name is Leslie. I am currently the Senior Associate Dean at the University of Colorado Boulder Library. I've been involved in SLA since, I've been really actively involved since around 2001 when I became president-elect of, is that right? Yes, of the Southern Appalachian chapter, which is now the Tennessee chapter, and I have been busily involved in chapters and divisions and at the association level since then.
Wow. Yeah, so to get to know you a little bit about your plans and dreams for SLA, so we have a few questions that we want to ask you. So the first one is, what keeps you awake at night about the state of the information profession right now?
I think what's keeping me awake, our profession is really vibrant and it's evolving all the time. But I think one of the things that's keeping me up right now is the need for getting a better handle on data management and big data. Where I am at a research institution, we've got tons and tons of data, but it's bigger than just what's happening at universities. It's what's happening at corporations. It's what's happening at the government, and not just how we manage it, but how we manage the big data for our customers, but how we manage our own personal data, and how it becomes a part of those data sets as well. I think one of the other things that I kind of think about with the information profession is that it's really growing to include degrees that are related to information science but aren't necessarily labeled as library schools. And I think this is a really good thing. It's really showing the value of what we do and the need for what we do so that people understand it.
A lot of opportunities there.
Yes, lots of opportunities.
Good.
Lots of opportunities. And I think, I guess one of the other things that keeps me up is making sure that SLA continues to provide education to keep us up on big data or whatever else is happening in our profession so that our members, can stay on the cutting edge of what's really happening around us. And so that we can also continue to explain who we are and what we do and communicate our value to our employers and our customers.
Okay, so then building on top of that question, and you already alluded to it. So what do you dream about for the information professional? Where do you want us to go?
What I really want, where I want us to go, is I want to make sure that people understand what it is that we bring to the table, so that we can tell our story, to demonstrate and communicate our values, information professionals, to our employers, to our customers, to our organizations. I think we need to continue to improve our storytelling as a way of communicating our value to our home organizations. We need to foster collaboration and cooperation among our membership through committees, divisions, chapters, task forces, caucuses, to help build connections between individuals in our units. I think that helps make us stronger by building a more collaborative network. And making sure we understand the different types of libraries out there and how we can cross-pollinate what's happening at universities and government and corporate and other research areas.
A lot of challenges and opportunities there. Good.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. And say you make it. You're going to be our next president. What would you change in SLA? What's like the one thing or like the few things you want to change in SLA to make sure we get closer to reaching your dream?
Well, I think we as an association need to engage perhaps in conducting research in the information field to help each other continue to learn and grow and tell our stories. We started doing this in the academic division with our peer-reviewed journal, Academic Librarianship, which, incidentally, I also edit right now. And it's an open access peer-reviewed journal that helps get information out to our membership. I think we also need to be engaged in the success of our association. So I think we need to do a better job at retaining our membership in SLA. And that's really, I think, as I thought about running for president, when they called and asked if I would consider to run, I thought, what is it I want to do? What can I contribute to SLA? And I think what is really important is that we find a ways to engage our members. We've done a really good job recruiting new people, but we don't always do a good job of keeping these new members involved or re-engaging members that have stepped back from contributing to the association. So I think it's important that we find ways to engage and get people involved. And I think when you contribute to the success of an association, you actually get more for yourself. I really feel like I wouldn't be where I am today without my experiences in SLA, and I want to share that with all of our membership so that they have the opportunity to get involved. Now, whether it's on a short-term project or acting as an officer or on a committee, I think what's important is that you are a part of what is happening.
Yeah.
And I think related to that, I think we need to continue to pull in diverse individuals. And when I say diverse, I mean in regards to job duties, titles, different career tracks, different geographic locations, because I think what makes SLA such a vibrant organization is how different we all are. And I think that is what makes us strong, is that we look for that commonality, which is information profession and librarianship, but we bring in such differences that we can really grow and learn from each other.
Yeah, everyone has something special to bring to the table.
Yes, yeah, and I want people to have that opportunity. I don't want members to come in and say, "Oh, I can't get involved because it's only that clique of people or that group over there," or I'm not that far up in my organization, so I should wait before I volunteer until I'm a manager. Well, no, you can learn to be a manager in SLA.
Yeah, it's a safe place to practice your leadership skills.
It is. It's a perfect place to practice your leadership skills. It's a perfect place to, if you don't know how to, program a website, you can learn how to do that. I mean, if there are things that you want to learn, one of the things I think would be a really good idea, and some chapters and divisions are doing this, but I think not just defining what the role is of each of the offices that you might volunteer for, but what kind of skills you might expect to gain. So if somebody's thinking, oh, I want to learn how to do this, I'm interested in learning more about virtual meetings, how can I do this in a safe way? Well, you can learn how to maybe moderate a virtual meeting, and that's something you could volunteer for. So I think SLA offers a lot of opportunity for people to grow. And when we succeed, SLA succeeds, and when SLA succeeds, we succeed. And I think that's really important. I think as long as every member has an opportunity to make a difference and impact the success of SLA, they will help themselves succeed in their careers.
That should be on a poster. Yeah.
Good. I'll make some T-shirts.
Yeah, some T-shirts there. Yeah, I like the point that you made about that people may sometimes hesitate, like, oh, there's going to be a long-term commitment. I'm not at the right level. There's a lot of opportunities to be involved, just maybe for a small project or a small committee, or maybe just during the conference. So there's, how much time you have, there's something you can do and you can get something out of it. I like that point.
Yeah, I think, even if somebody says, well, I'm not really want to get involved during the year, but I always go to conference. Maybe you could volunteer to moderate a session. And that has value, and you will learn more, and you will help the association.
Okay. Then the last surprise question, because we're doing this for SLA Europe. What are your thoughts about the international part of SLA? So it's continuing to be an international organization. What are your thoughts about making sure that non-North American members can feel part of SLA?
I think that's an excellent question, and part of what I want to say is, what is it we need to do for you? I mean, I think we need to keep asking that question and make sure that we are living up to that. I think doing this podcast with you is one way.
Yep.
I think that now, in today's world, technology has really made services that can be geographically unbound and much more accessible. So I think one of the things that I'd like to see SLA do more is developing more virtual programming that can be provided at various times of day, so it's convenient for parts of the world outside of North America. I think it's the Library 2.0 conference. It's a virtual conference that happens all around the world at 24 hours. I think it would be wonderful for SLA to be a part of that or to do something like that. I think also that making sure that our leadership is able to visit various chapters throughout the world in person is important, because I think we can send a survey to our international members and they'll share some information. But I think when your boots are on the ground, when you are face-to-face with people, you understand what's working, and you can listen better to what is working and not working, and you're there and you can see it for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's important and I know that our leadership has done that, and I think it's important for us to continue to make that investment so that we know what's happening in the I'm trying to remember where it was that Brent went. Now I'm blanking on it. It was in the Middle East, but I can't remember where now. It's gone. It's not coming back. We're making sure that we are engaged with those members, and that they're getting out of SLA what they need. I don't want international members to feel like other members. I think they need to feel like SLA members, and because you are a part of who we are and what makes us so wonderful.
Yep.
So the services and the programs need to work for everyone, or make ways to make sure that they work for everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
And is there anything else that we can do? Maybe I should ask you that question and turn that around. What is frustrating you?
Well, let's put that out to the listeners, and maybe ask them that if there's something they can put it in the comments, or they can find you on the web. What else is out there? I always feel very much connected, because the website, the blog, the tweets, makes you feel very much connected. But maybe it's cultural differences or like time zone differences. But I work in an international organization, so I'm used to dealing with time zone differences. So let's see if we can get something from the members.
I would love that. Let us know how we can do better.
Sure. See.
Yeah. Where are the rub points? What's making you crazy?
Yeah.
Fix it.
Okay, Leslie. I want to thank you for spending time with us. And as she just said, people, if there's something out there that you want to talk to her about it, or just bounce something off her, she's available. You can find her contact details on the web. So Leslie, once again, thank you for spending time with SLA Europe.
Thank you for the opportunity. This has been wonderful.
Yeah, and good luck with the election.
Yes, and please just vote. Whether you vote for me or Jill Strand, I just hope that people take the opportunity to vote and have their voices heard.
Yeah, that's I fully agree, because that's the main thing that you can do for SLA, making sure that we have leadership and that you vote. Thank you, Leslie.
Yes, thank you, Denny. Thank you.